So I'm Corporal Dustin Jordan. I'm from Cat 1, Combined Anti-Armor Team Weapons Company, 2nd Battalion, 6th Marines. So my job description is to recognize enemy armor and destroy the armor. So today we are training with our weapon systems, basically identifying enemy armor as well as destroying it. The Javelin is a heat-seeking missile. It guides itself to the target. We just employ it. So the Javelin recognizes heat signatures of the armor that we are engaging, and it guides itself onto the target. So the Javelin brings a lot of capabilities to the fight. It's man-portable, so it just takes one person to carry it around. It's a rather lightweight weapon system compared to the amount of damage that it does. So, you know, speed, quickness, just very light and portable. So Cold Response 2020 increases interoperability between the nations, just allowing us to communicate, allowing us to see how each other operates, our strengths and weaknesses, and being able to come up with ways to mitigate the friction and stuff like that. So Cold Response's role in strengthening our relationship with the allied nations is, it does a few things. So it brings the NATO forces together. Not only are we operating on the battlefield together, but we're also learning to live with each other. You know, we see each other in day-to-day life, as well as the Arctic environment produces a lot of friction. It's one of the toughest environments in the world to fight in. So to go through, you know, those hard times and the pressure of being out here together, it really, you know, helps us develop a good relationship and something that we can, something on the individual level, you know, we go through together. So in this environment, it produces a lot of challenges. So just being able to live and to survive in this environment is pretty tough, you know, especially when you're living out of only what you can carry on your back. It produces a lot of challenges, as well as toting our missile system around. You know, adds about an extra 65 to 70 pounds on top of the gear that you already have, you know, which is probably close to 100 pounds. So now you're, with all your gear, as well as the missiles, you know, you're sitting at around 200 pounds that you have to lug everywhere you go. The deep snow produces a lot of challenges. It's worse than walking, you know, on the beach or in the sand. And just the dexterity that's needed to use the weapon system, you know, it's very hard to maintain that dexterity out here. And you can't have gloves on most of the time operating the weapon system, because there's a lot of small buttons and stuff that you need to press. Also, as well as like trying to find the heat signatures of the vehicles in this environment become pretty rough when there's a lot of snowfall. And you know, everything is at a very cool temperature, so it makes it harder to engage and stuff. One way we overcome these challenges, the Norwegians have taught us a lot about this environment and how to survive in it. The main way is to just know your buddy, know your teammates, know how they are in a natural state, in a static environment, and then to keep an eye on them, keep mental checks, physical checks on them. If you notice anything is off in this environment, you know, you just have to take a closer look. We constantly do what we call buddy checks. checking the hands, checking the feet, the limbs, you know, checking behind the ears, stuff like that. Just talking to them, like asking them open-ended questions, like, hey, how's your day going? And give them an opportunity to, you know, express what mindset they're in. And just learning to use the environment to our benefit as opposed to fighting it. We try to use it as an advantage. My favorite part about the Javelin is that it is man portable. So you don't need a vehicle, and you don't need a lot of guys to tote it around. So usually you're in smaller teams, which develops a lot of cohesion amongst the guys in that team, and it also develops a lot of responsibility, a lot of chemistry. You have to take a lot of initiative, because usually you are out on your own. You're not connected to a larger unit. You don't have platoon commanders with you, platoon sergeants. It's usually at a very decentralized NCO level, you know, command. So each guy's just doing their part, putting in the work, and that's what I like the most about it.